Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite in, pull the out the pantry. Take it and I'm dancing. She bop like a like a candle. Up in the car seat, hold it for ransom. Want her back, better call me. It's whatever. Bound at the party. Fly, looking dummy. I'll probably get. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's my lady Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in it, but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep. Way I slide in that cool boy, I keep that tongue. We done went right there all the way to the sun. Get in the pocket like a. Why would I keep her? I never went under. I just went and gave to my brother. For dinner, oh, the supper. Why would you keep a little sucker? Why would you keep a little? Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite, pull the out the pantry. They fly, they looking dummy. I probably. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in it, but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep it.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
And not just for the players, but for the fans as well. You know how energized they become when these two teams go at it.
Drills it from deep. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's Doncic. Richards pulls it in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, who told me that one key will be holding James Harden in check. He said they don't want to let Harden get too much penetration, and when he does drive the lane, they're going to shade him left and force him into his weaker right hand. It's a strategy teams have used on Harden before, so we'll see how effective it is tonight.
Allie, thank you. And Doncic launches from deep. Again, Doncic missing. Here's Edwards. On the wing, Harden. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Doncic on the wing. Puts up a three. Richards pulls it in.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And the Lakers have possession after the basket by Phoenix on the other end. And there it is for him.
It's one of the best things about playing with Luka Doncic. He creates a lot of open looks.
Now here's Harden. Outside Edwards. Back to Harden. 5 to shoot. And here's Edwards. Outside for Harden. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Lakers in the lead. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
Now here's Harden. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
James Harden, one of the best individual offensive players the game has ever seen. If he gets his feet in the painted area, it is always dangerous for the defense.
And it's Doncic missing.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
The 3 ball. Back to James. It's stolen by Dunn. And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Vanderbilt. From deep, here's Doncic. Drains the triple. Doncic has got 6 points.
Fearless, as always. Doncic loves to fill it up from deep.
Harden with it. Picked up by James. Oh, got a piece of it. Robinson with a steal. Now the Lakers moving it up. Now here's Doncic. He has 6. To the middle. Out to James. Shoots. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Just textbook basketball, right? James's IQ for the game so high, his vision and court awareness so good, he can exploit that pick and roll so effectively.
And Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Doncic on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Clark grabs the board.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Edwards. Richards with a screen. Edwards with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Good on the bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
10.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
They're in trouble if they let them post like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
And the call is going to be, yes, on an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, BA, I'm not sure of the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
Outside Reeves. Up and over Conley, and that one's long.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. Beal outside. Goes back up. And he lobs it up. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it.
You know, like his dad, Bronny James is calibrated to keep his teammates involved.
Conley with the ball. Outside O'Neal. Back to Conley. All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Pass to connect. Lets it fly. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. And here's Beal. Tries the spin move. And he lobs it up to the rim. Azubuike, no good.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
The Suns leading. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Down low. Here's Osman. Good D by Covington.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Now James. Picked by Covington. Shot's good by James. James has got his first basket.
They're handling the contact so well. Bronny James using that solid build of his to finish strong inside.
Here's Beal. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. 1:51 left in the second quarter. Back to James. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. To the paint. Lob City! And delivers.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
Pass to Covington. From deep, Reeves. The shot won't fall. And the Suns with possession. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
James Harden is equally good, passer or scorer. There he sets his teammate up nicely.
Outside Reeves. Inside. And finished off by Hayes.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Harden with it. Picked up by Reeves. And Edwards slams it in.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Here's Reeves. Clark grabs the board.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Harden. To the inside.
Fantastic look, but that's a bit redundant for James Harden.
Lakers trail by 6. Now here's Reeves. And here's Covington. Clark covers. Covington no good. And now the Suns fast break. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Substitution on the board.
And James launches it from deep. And so it's the Phoenix Suns leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More 2K action in just a moment. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Suns lead by 6. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. And Doncic puts up a deep 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And stolen by Clark. In transition, here they come. Here's Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Jared Vanderbilt picks one up.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Here's Edwards. He's got 12. Stolen by Vanderbilt. Doncic on the wing. And that one's on target from the wing. Doncic has got 11.
Well, Luka Doncic on the receiving end of a quality pass. We usually see him with the ball.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Harden. Robinson with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Here's Harden. Blocked again!
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Here's Edwards. And finally, they hit one. Edwards got 4 points in the quarter. Lakers trail by 7. James inside. Second chance effort. Clark grabs the board.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
And yep, it's good. He's got 6.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The skill set of Rui Hachimura is enticing, guys. A big man who can stretch the floor with his shooting, obviously of huge value in the modern game.
And both free throws good for Hachimura. The Suns lead by 7. And here's Harden. He's got 6. Pass to Clark. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Shoots it from the corner. Harden with it. Second chance shot. The Lakers with a rebound. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish is transition, nice and easy.
Edwards can't hit.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
The shot by James, no good. The Suns leading. Now here's Edwards. 14 points for him. Harden the open look. Doncic grabs the miss.
Well, the defense flat out off the...
Whoa! Are you kidding me, LeBron?
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Some changes for Phoenix. Phoenix leading by 3. Conley with the ball, guarded by Covington. Pass to Osman. And here's Conley. The ball's knocked loose. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Reeves with the ball. Now Hayes. Got it. Good job in the low post. Hayes has got his second basket.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Conley. Here's Azubuike. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he drops it first. So he gets them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And boy, has his stroke been on the money.
29 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Up top, Beal. Offensive board. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 15-6 run. And here's Connect outside. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Spins. Here's Beal. Off target from the wing. Good if it goes. The shot that time not on target. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Suns ahead, leading by a point. And time to step away. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Now Doncic to take the lead. Doncic delivers from range.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Pass to Azubuike. 13 feet out. Off the left rim and out. The Lakers in the lead. And it's the Lakers on the break. And Doncic launches from deep. The rebound by Osman.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Tries the spin move. 19-footer. Out to Hachimura. And James puts up a deep three. Off target from outside. And so it's Phoenix with it. Conley looking for an opening. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Beal outside. Here's the pick. Robinson with a steal.
Nice defense, reading the play, using some quick hands to take it away.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Doncic. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Dunn. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And there's James from the arc. LeBron fires and hits a three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Yep, count it.
James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
To the middle. A strong finish by Doncic.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Look at Doncic with the delivery.
Throws it up high. And Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Doncic outside. Over Edwards. Back to James. Pass to Doncic. Lets the three fly. And Los Angeles another three.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Right side Edwards. Back to Richards. Robinson with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And here's Doncic outside. Doncic on the wing. Count it. Doncic has got 15 points in just the second half. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Out of bounds, it'll be Lakers ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
The Lakers lead by 6. Doncic on the wing. Screen by Robinson. And Luka Doncic with the three.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Here's Harden. Pass to Richards.
Nick Richards.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Here's Doncic. That's tipped. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Harden. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, if you need a bucket, there's no guy you probably want more than James Harden doing his thing. Ball on the string, you need to score it, no problem.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot.